biodegrade after end of life. And Banofi is one of those solutions.
Maya Eaglin, NBC News.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, you know, maybe some shoes, belts,
I'd like a bag.
Could be next, right?
Still ahead this morning, get ready to rock out on Rockefeller Plaza.
Hey there, coming up on today, we've got a big concert with
Kelly Clarkson!
Feels like I'm coming home, everybody. I am so excited to be live on the Plaza. I will be singing my latest music, plus some hits you may love.
Don't miss her epic performance right here on NBC.
Kelly, please sing Since You've Been Gone.
Oh,
Classic
I'm
favorite.
sure she will.
I need
it is
it.
a full-on fan favorite. And can't wait till she can start up back in the building with her new show here. Thanks for watching early today. Have a great weekend. I'm Frances Rivera.
I'm Jessica Layton. See you Monday.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
Injured in an accident? Let Flora Tappan and Stewart fight the system for you. Get the results you deserve. What does it mean when Flora Tappan Stewart says fight the system? It means personal representation with top attorneys. We fight for you against big insurance and pay only if you win. So if you're injured, let Flora Tappan Stewart accident injury lawyers fight the system for you.
It's time to tighten up, South Central Kentucky.
WNKY is your official home for the Tennessee Titans.
Watch our games plus the Coach Mike Vrabel Show and Titans All Access.
Only on WNKY News 40 because local matters. The Jennifer Hudson Show is here.
You're going to bless people every day.
Something hits you in your heart.
We're doing it all.
Weekdays at 2 on NBC 40.
Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday on this start of the weekend. Temperatures are going to start off nice and mild for you when you walk out the door. But as we go right into the weekend, temperatures are definitely going to increase into the mid-80s right as soon as we start off the new season of fall. But as we go right into the weekend, we are expected to still have a little bit more clouds in our viewing area, especially by Sunday. But then as we go into next week, temperatures are expected to be nice and comfortable, mainly into the 70s. Nice and seasonable for you. It's just a kickoff fall. But it's going to come with a little bit of a catch with seeing more showers and thunderstorm activity, and we're definitely going to need that umbrella and rain jacket handy. So make sure you keep that in mind, but I'll have more on that because News 40 Sunrise starts right now.
Coming up on News 40 Sunrise, we'll hear from doctors and discover 5 ways to notice sickle cell disease in your body in honor of September being National Sickle Cell Awareness Month. Plus, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky wraps up his visit to Washington. We'll have all the details on what that means for the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine. Then, several retail giants are looking to fill thousands of seasonal positions in time for the holiday season. We'll discover what this means for consumers. News 40 Sunrise starts right now. Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday, September 22nd. I'm Ashley Wilson. Thank you for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise. We start with our top stories this morning. Governor Andy Beshear is looking to give prison inmates a second chance. During his Team Kentucky update Thursday, Beshear introduced something called the Day One Initiative. This would provide jobs and educational opportunities to inmates while they're in prison. He says this initiative will help them be more prepared to enter the job force once they leave prison.
See, we have been working harder on reentry for those that have been incarcerated. At the same time, doing our best to make sure we have stable employment for individuals when they leave jail or prison. And because of these efforts, we announced all our communities are safer, that people are not recommitting crimes, that they are reuniting with their families and our employers.
Earlier this year, Kentucky recorded the lowest recidivism rate in its history. The governor hopes this initiative will help bring that rate even lower. And we are just 1 week away from the launch of mobile sports betting in the Bluegrass, and Governor Beshear says the start of in-person sports wagering has been a huge success. Beshear says $4.5 million was wagered in the last 2 weeks. The governor says he expects that number to grow significantly once mobile betting begins on Thursday, September 28th. Over 60,000 mobile accounts are already pre-registered in the Commonwealth, and a recommendation to add 5 new sports, including Formula One racing and MMA, to the betting catalog came in Thursday. The mobile sports betting apps will launch next Thursday, are listed on the Kentucky Horse Racing Commission website. In more local news now, one local medical center says they are in desperate need of O-positive blood donations. According to Blood Assurance, they have faced a shortage in recent weeks due to trauma-related incidents that require transfusions. Currently, they only have around a half a day's of supply of O-positive, which is the most common type of blood in America. If you would like to donate to Blood Assurance, here is how you can help.
What you can do is go to our website, www.bloodassurance.org, and you can type in your zip code and it will tell you the closest mobile, and it will give you a calendar and that sort of thing.
Blood Assurance officials say they may be forced to postpone certain surgeries until the supply levels are met. You can go to their website at bloodassurance.org to find the nearest location near you. That was a look at your top stories. Now I'm going to send it over to weather anchor Noah Moore for a check of our forecast. Noah, how's it looking?
So it's looking very nice and mild out there for the time being. Temperatures are mainly into the upper 50s and low 60s in some areas. Current temperatures right now 59 degrees. Humidity is 90% and our dew point is at a nice 56 degrees. Now, winds are light and calm currently at this state of mind, but as we go right into some of your tower cams right here in Butler County, once again, higher level clouds off in the distance, but overall for the rest of the day today, we are expecting to have mostly clear skies, the partly cloudy skies, especially for the rest of the afternoon. Temperatures in and around the area here in Morgantown, 53 degrees, Franklin, 56, but further up to the north in Hardinsburg, that's where we are seeing a nice, cool, comfortable temperature into the low to mid 50s at 54 degrees. Now, dew points once more time, I just needed to go ahead and do it again. Here's where Madisonville is at a nice 59 degrees. Your muggy map, that's where we are all seeing really comfortable conditions throughout most of South Central Kentucky. But as we go right into it, here in some of your other tower cams, we are expected to have temperatures mainly in Butler County into the 50s at 53 degrees. But here at the Warren County Kentucky Farm, 56 degrees. So it's going to be a fairly mild morning as you start the rest of your day. But we'll be right back with more news and weather.
WNKY News 40, broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green. Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
Daniel Cameron says it's
one of the first things I will do as governor.
Bringing back former Governor Matt Bevin's ruthless Medicaid plan, threatening to take away coverage from over 95,000 Kentuckians, punishing working parents, putting rural hospitals in danger of shutting down.
This sounds very similar to something that Governor Matt Bevin tried.
Well, absolutely.
Denying people coverage, devastating rural health care.
Something that Governor Matt Bevin tried.
Well, absolutely.
Cameron's absolutely wrong for Kentucky.
I made it to college football as a walk-on. None of the scholarship, but all the hard work. It wasn't glamorous, but it taught me to leave it all on the field. And that's exactly what I'll do as governor. Andy Beshear has failed us. He locked our schools and unlocked our jails. We can do better. I'm Daniel Cameron. I'm leaving it all on the field so the next generation inherits a quality education system, safer communities, and more prosperous families. Join me, and let's go win this thing.
Whoa! Big news! DraftKings Sportsbook is coming to Kentucky. You'll be so dialed into every play that you forget to eat your wings. You made my wings cold, DraftKings. Flailing your arms like you can disrupt the free throw. Miss, fool! And a home run will have you crying like it's the birth of your child. I'm so happy.
DraftKings Sportsbook is coming to Kentucky. New customers, download the app now to get $200 in bonus bets when we go live. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Yeah.
Get a little spooky with your favorite pup at the inaugural Pupkin 5K Run and Walk, October 28th at Buchanan Park. Sign up for early bird registration now and receive a free t-shirt and pumpkin. For more info, visit warrenpl.org.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
Welcome back to News 40 Sunrise. It's 7 minutes past the hour, and now time for Living Well, brought to you by Spring Hill Pharmacy. It's National Sickle Cell Awareness Month, and while the NIH says more than 100,000 people battle this disease in the U.S., many don't know much about it. In today's Health Minute, News 40's Morgan Hoover has 5 things to know about this condition and why early detection is critical.
It's a group of inherited blood disorders that cause a constant shortage of red blood cells. Sickle cell disease can lead to serious complications like infection, anemia, and pain.
The pain may be something they live with daily, or it might be not every day, but these sudden, severe attacks of pain.
Dr. Marianne Yee with Children's Healthcare of Atlanta says the first thing to know about sickle cell disease is that people who suffer from it are born with the disorder and will have it throughout their lifetime. Also, it runs in families. Those at highest risk are African Americans and those from Hispanic, Southern European, Middle Eastern, and Asian Indian backgrounds. Third, early detection in newborns is critical to living a healthy life with this disease.
Begin treatments to prevent life-threatening infection. We can teach families warning signs such as fever or other signs that might be a serious event.
4 medications can help make the disease less severe, and regular blood transfusions can also help patients stay healthy.
One of the most important things that we do actually in young children is just starting penicillin as a daily medicine to take to prevent and reduce the risk of serious infection.
Finally, Yee says recent scientific advances are paving the way toward new treatments and maybe even a potential cure.
This is a very exciting time for research in sickle cell because there's a lot of active studies going on to try to help these people with this condition.
For WNKY News 40, I'm Morgan Hoover.
500,000 children and their families have their Medicaid coverage back after many states improperly terminated their enrollment. Late last month, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services told every state and territory to check their systems and make sure they were evaluating each member of the household individually. At issue is the state's use of existing data to automatically determine the eligibility of certain Medicaid recipients. The move comes as they review all their enrollees' qualifications after a 3-year COVID-19 pandemic pause. Some states were considering entire families as a whole without taking into account the household income thresholds for children are higher. More than a dozen states in the District of Columbia reported the issue. Still to come on News 40 Sunrise, Ukrainian President Zelensky has wrapped up his American tour. We'll see what some politicians think about sending more aid to fight Russia.
Plus, I'll have the latest on your weekend forecast coming up right after the break.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
At Spring Hill Pharmacy, we are here to help people with their prescriptions, including delivering their medications to their door for free. We are excited to provide Smart Pack packaging at little to no cost. We have made a significant investment in this technology to package prescriptions. If we can keep people at home longer, help them with their medications and proper use, we feel like we have accomplished our goal as a pharmacy. Spring Hill Pharmacy, where helping people is what we do. Visit us on Russellville Road in Bowling Green.
Did you know one of the most common reasons moms stop breastfeeding early is a concern about their breast milk supply? Many times, moms may think your baby isn't getting enough breast milk because your baby eats often. It's actually normal for infants to breastfeed 8 to 12 times a day. They may also cluster feed, meaning they may eat frequently, sometimes even as often as every half hour for a few feedings. If you have concerns about your infant's feeding or see signs of inadequate breast milk, contact a lactation professional and your healthcare provider.
Football Frenzy is back in South Central Kentucky. WNKY News 40 is your home for high school football. The most schools, the most highlights, the most coverage. Catch Football Frenzy Friday nights at 10 on WNKY News 40.
Every Tuesday evening, now through October, from 5 to dusk, come join us and go cruising for a cure. Rev up for fun, fellowship, and cool cars. Cruise on in behind Brewster's Real Ice Cream on Scottsville Road in the Southern Lanes parking lot. We're raising money for the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, the Alzheimer's Association, and Hospice of Southern Kentucky. Join us now for Cruisin' for a Cure, presented by J.C. Kirby & Son Funeral Chapels.
If you've been hurt in a wreck, we want to help.
By getting you as much money as we can, as quickly as we can.
If you've been injured in a wreck, before you talk to an insurance company, call Crocker Law Firm.
Call Crocker Law Firm.
It doesn't cost anything to see if we can help.
After a busy day lobbying lawmakers and dignitaries across D.C., Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky ended his Washington trip with a speech at the National Archives for the Congressional Ukraine Caucus. Did the Ukrainian president change enough hearts and minds on Capitol Hill to continue his funding to counteroffensive against Russia? Alice Barr reports from Washington with the latest.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky arriving in Canada to keep up his campaign for more support in his nation's fight against Russia. Zelensky set to address Canadian Parliament today after making his case in Washington in a whirlwind day capped by a stirring speech at the National Archives.
Never again will Russia manage to destroy any other nation.
That following a White House sit-down where President Biden pledged an additional $325 million in military aid. That's separate from the $24 billion that President Biden wants Congress to approve.
The entire world has a stake in making sure that no nation, no aggressor, is allowed to take a neighbor's territory by force.
On Capitol Hill, President Zelensky pressed lawmakers to keep standing with his nation as opposition to more Ukraine funding grows louder among some House Republicans.
We're very concerned about accountability.
Some House conservatives pushing to remove Ukraine funding from a defense spending bill that failed to advance once again yesterday. The Pentagon hoping for a solution that keeps the Ukraine funds included.
We do not want to see Russia succeed in its unprovoked war against Ukraine.
Even as concerns mount over the House stalemate holding up government funding, with just over a week left to prevent a shutdown.
All right, here's another look at your forecast. Time now is 6:14 in the morning. Good morning to anybody if you're just now joining us right now. Temperatures are nice and mild into the mid to upper 50s, 59 degrees with winds light and calm. Now going into some of your tower cams here in Butler County. Once again, another beautiful scenery, mostly clear skies, a few higher level clouds further off into the distance, but those are just clouds left over from last night. Moving on out of our viewing area. Now, temperature map, that's where we are seeing temps in and around all areas into the mid 50s. Here, Glasgow, 54 degrees, Munfordville, 56. Here in Litchfield, 53, and then further out to the west here in Madisonville, that's where we are seeing temperatures into the low 60s at 60 degrees. Your dew point map, that's where we are seeing dew point temperatures almost a little similar here in Scottsville, 57, and then Morgantown, that's where we are seeing a dew point temperature at 53 degrees. So overall, we're all feeling nice and comfortable, depicted by our muggy meter map, and that's where we are going to have nice dry conditions. Now, here's your Butler County temperature, 53 degrees, and Warren County over at the Kentucky Farm, 55 degrees. So overall, really nice, very comfortable morning as you walk out the door and start your commute. Now, as we go right into your live radar temperature or live radars, that's where we are seeing mostly dry conditions. Nothing too much to talk about at this current state and time. Now, as we go right into the bigger picture of things, further off to the west, that's where you are seeing lots of showers and thunderstorm activity, especially throughout parts of the Plain States and going into the state of Missouri. But all that's going to remain off to our west because we are kind of protected by a high pressure system. Now, the next 40 hours, that's where we are going to continue to have warmer temperatures go into the Ohio Valley, and then we are going to be dodging these rain showers and thunderstorms further off to the west and to the east, because over here by the east in the North Carolina Outer Banks, that's where they are going to be experiencing tropical storm conditions. But as for us, we're going to remain nice, comfortable, and warm. Here for us, we're going to be above normal, depicted right here by the Climate Prediction Center here in the lighter colors. We're going to, for the next 6 to 10 days. But as we go right into it, we are going to see temperatures decrease a little bit as we go into Sunday, and then but we go into the next week, temperatures are going to go into the mid to low 70s. Today, temperatures 85 degrees, nice and very warm out there, almost summer-like with partly cloudy skies and very warm temperatures. Tonight, temperatures, we're going to dip down into the 50s. 57 degrees is our low temperature tonight with mostly clear skies and some patchy areas of fog, especially late overnight tonight in some of the rural areas and deep valleys. So it's going to be a very nice and comfortable night if you're going out in the town. Now, fall begins in one day. It's going to be very exciting for some people who really love the fall season around Saturday at 1:50 in the morning. But going into your 7-day forecast, sponsored by Deborah Brosen, Attorneys at Law, that's where we got to go right into the weekend with Saturday and Sunday with temperatures into the mid to low 80s. But as we go into next week, for the start of the week, that's when we are going to start introducing more shower and thunderstorm activity. But as we go towards the middle of the week, that's where we are going to continue to still have more shower and thunderstorm activity, a little bit more scattered to isolated. And the biggest threat with some of these showers and thunderstorms could be heavy downpours and maybe some gusty winds and lots of lightning. But as we go towards the end of the week next week, temperatures are going to remain into the mid 70s with mostly clear skies. We'll be right back.
Celebrate 3 years of winning all September long at the Mint Gaming Hall Kentucky Downs. Drive away in a brand new Subaru or win up to $500 in free play every Friday in September. Spin for a Subaru only at the Mint Gaming Hall Kentucky Downs.
If you've been injured, Morgan & Morgan makes starting a claim easy. You don't even have to leave your couch. Done. Just dial pound law or go to forthepeople.com to get started. Now back to this.
Grab some lunch and make an impact. Join WNKY News 40 for Food Truck Fridays every week at Tidball's parking lot. This week features Tacos Way to benefit the Alzheimer's Association. See the full lineup at WNKY.com.
You think life is short? Football is short. The regular season's just 18 weeks. That's it. So cherish every over and under before it's over on FanDuel. With live betting on every NFL game. Because before you know it, a cold night at the Buffalo Bills game will just be a cold night in Buffalo.
America's #1 sportsbook is heading to Kentucky. Get $100 in bonus bets when you sign up today. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
If you've been injured, Morgan & Morgan's fee is free. If you don't win your case, you pay nothing. It's easy. Just dial pound law or go to forthepeople.com to get started. I think I'm starting to get this.
It's time to tighten up, South Central Kentucky.
WNKY is your official home for the Tennessee Titans.
Watch our games plus the Coach Mike Vrabel Show and Titans All Access.
Only on WNKY News 40 because local matters.
Sundays are for football. WNKY 40 is your go-to for the NFL. Watch games all day on WNKY, CBS 40, and NBC 40.
Win up to $5,000 cash with the Red Towel Drawings at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green every Friday in September at 6, 7, and 8 p.m. Red Towel Drawings only at the Mint Gaming Hall. Proud partner of Western Kentucky University.
Tens of millions of Americans could see their medical debt wiped off of their credit scores if the Biden administration has its way. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is working on new rules that would bar unpaid medical bills from affecting patients' credit scores. The new regulations are expected to be developed sometime next year. Roughly 48,000 NovaForm mattresses that were sold at Costco are being recalled. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says it received more than 500 reports of mold growing on them. The agency says the mattresses may have been exposed to water during manufacturing and that mold is a potential health risk to people who have compromised lungs or immune systems. The mattresses were sold between January and June of this year. Owners of the recalled mattresses can contact parent company FXI for a refund or free replacement. And the U.S. Postal Service is already getting into the Christmas spirit. This week, USPS released 4 new holiday-themed Forever stamps featuring snow globes. The stamps can be purchased online or at the post office. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Courtney Keeley.
Several retail giants are looking to fill thousands of seasonal positions in time for the holiday season, but some aren't looking for as many new hires as they have in previous years. Amazon, Target, and Macy's have released their holiday hiring plans. Jen Sullivan looks at what the plans reveal about the state of the U.S. economy and consumer spending habits.
This holiday season, Santa may have fewer helpers. According to an estimate from the firm Challenger Gray & Christmas, U.S. retailers are expected to add just 410,000 seasonal positions for this year's holiday shopping season, which would mark the lowest seasonal hiring total since 2008. As some economists predict, shoppers will splurge less this year and hold on to their extra cash.
It's going to be relatively flat here, maybe within 1% or 2% of what we had last year.
Delinquency rates for credit cards and auto loans are rising. Student loan payments are restarting. People are running out of the excess savings that they had.
But despite that, many retailers are still eager to hire and get additional help this holiday season. Target said it's keeping its holiday hiring plans at 100,000. Macy's is looking to make more than 38,000 holiday hires. That's 3,000 fewer people than last year, according to the estimate from Challenger Gray & Christmas.
The holidays are always a very, very busy time for us.
So far, Amazon is the only major retailer to announce it's increasing its seasonal hiring this year, saying it's adding 250,000 employees ahead of the holiday season, making it the largest ever holiday workforce for Amazon. It's also bumping up the average pay to $20.50 an hour, hoping to lure in new workers across the country.
We want to make sure that we do have the staff to be able to meet customer demand, especially around the holidays. Definitely important for us to meet that hiring need.
For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
All right, here's another look at your forecast. Time now is 6:23 in the morning. Radar currently showing us a lot more shower and thunderstorm activity, especially further off to the west here for parts of Oklahoma and Kansas and parts of Nebraska, but that's going to remain off to our west. But closer to home, nice and dry conditions. Nothing really too much to really talk about here. But as we get into the rest of the day for your commuter forecast, we're going to start off really nice and mild with mostly to partly cloudy skies. Temperatures are going to be into the upper 50s and low 60s. But as we go into your lunch run, temperatures are going to quickly increase into the low 80s at 81 degrees. But as we go into your afternoon PM drive, that's when we are going to see temps continue to increase once again into the mid 80s. So it's going to feel more like summer than it is going to be for early fall. But as we go right through the next couple of hours, temperatures are going to increase once again into the mid 80s. But as we go to the nighttime hour around 7 o'clock, that's when we are going to see temperatures dip down into the mid to upper 70s. We'll be right back after the break.
I had just gotten off work. All of a sudden, I was hit from behind. I had blood all over my face and it was on my shirt. I immediately thought of Morgan & Morgan, that initial first phone call and conversation. It felt like reaching out to a friend. All of the correspondence was done pretty much by email and text. I barely had to lift a finger. I would absolutely recommend Morgan & Morgan to family and friends and even strangers because that's how much it helped me. It's easier than you think.
Have big dreams for your space? When looking for home decor ideas, you want BG Home Furnishings.
BG Home Furnishings designers are here to bring your dream home to life with one-on-one design help. Personalized advice from the best has never been this easy, accessible, and valuable. The BG at Home team handpicks from over 100 brands to create a selection of furniture and home decor that is tailored to your style.
Call us today to set up your free in-home design consultation.
Whoa! Big news! DraftKings Sportsbook is coming to Kentucky. You'll be so dialed into every play that you forget to eat your wings. You made my wings cold, DraftKings. Flailing your arms like you can disrupt the free throw. Miss, fool! And a home run will have you crying like it's the birth of your child. I'm so happy.
DraftKings Sportsbook is coming to Kentucky. New customers, download the app now to get 200 in bonus bets when we go live. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Yeah.
And done.
Can we just call my dad now? Gorilla Glue.
Of course.
Gorilla Glue is incredibly strong and versatile, even outdoors. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Without the right start to your day, your morning could hit a wall.
Is he okay?
I got it.
Belvita breakfast biscuits are baked with slow-release carbs and provide steady morning energy to help you rise and thrive.
Good morning, everybody. Weather anchor Noah Moore here filling in for Darius Mack. Now, as you walk out the door today, temperatures are going to feel nice and mild as you start the day. But as we go throughout the most of the day, temperatures are going to increase into the mid 80s. So you're definitely going to want to shed a few layers of clothing, such as like a light jacket or that light sweater. But as we start the weekend, temperatures are going to be into the mid to upper 80s. So it's going to feel very warm for the start of the season. But I'll have all that and more because News 40 Sunrise starts right now.
Welcome back and thank you for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise. I'm Ashley Wilson. Let's continue with our top stories. Governor Andy Beshear is looking to give prison inmates a second chance. During his Team Kentucky update Thursday, Beshear introduced something called the Day One Initiative. This would provide jobs and educational opportunities to inmates while they are in prison. He says this initiative will help them be more prepared to enter the job force once they leave prison.
See, we have been working harder on reentry for those that have been incarcerated. At the same time, doing our best to make sure we have stable employment for individuals when they leave jail or prison. And because of these efforts, we announced all our communities are safer, that people are not recommitting crimes, that they are reuniting with their families and our employers.
Earlier this year, Kentucky recorded the lowest recidivism rate in its history. The governor hopes this initiative will help bring that rate even lower. And we are just 1 week away from the launch of mobile sports betting in the Bluegrass. And Governor Beshear says the start of in-person sports wagering has been a huge success. Beshear says $4.5 million was wagered in the last 2 weeks. The governor says he expects that number to grow significantly once mobile betting begins on Thursday, September 28th. Over 60,000 mobile accounts are already pre-registered in the Commonwealth, and a recommendation to add 5 new sports, including Formula One racing and MMA, to the betting catalog came in Thursday. The mobile sports betting apps that will launch next Thursday are listed on the Kentucky Horse Racing Commission website. And in more local news now, one local medical center says they are in desperate need of O-positive blood donations. According to Blood Assurance, they have faced a shortage in recent weeks due to trauma-related incidents that require transfusions. Currently, they only have around half a day's worth of supply of O-positive, which is the most common type of blood in America. If you'd like to donate to Blood Assurance, here's how you can help.
What you can do is go to our website, www.bloodassurance.org, and you can type in your zip code and it will tell you the closest mobile, and it will give you a calendar and that sort of thing.
Blood Assurance officials say they may be forced to postpone certain surgeries until the supply levels are met. You can go to their website at bloodassurance.org to find the latest location to donate. That was a final look at this morning's top stories. Now it's time to see who needs a forever home in today's Pet of the Day.
It's time now for your Pet of the Day, brought to you by Morgantown Bank and Trust. I'm Noah Fairber, and I am here with Hunter, a 3-year-old kitty cat who loves to explore his surroundings. He does take a little bit of time to get used to new environments, but once he gets comfortable, he loves to roam around. Make sure to come down to the Bowling Green Warren County Humane Society and adopt Hunter today.
A curious kitten indeed.
Oh my goodness, look at it, so fluffy looking.
I wonder if Hunter likes to hunt.
Oh, maybe.
Or probably just hunt for snacks. He's keeping over there by that food.
Yeah.
But he is a sweetheart. Hunter needs a forever home. So your hunt is over when you adopt Hunter today from the Bowling Green Warren County Humane Society.
Yes. Yes, no, that was very clever what you said there. But no, Hunter is definitely hunting for the right weather for this next couple of days, especially as we go right into the weekend. But I'll have all that and more here coming up here after the break.
The competition is on. This is nerve-wracking. Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy?
Weeknights at 6 on NBC 40.
Bed sores, broken bones, malnutrition, and dehydration are just some of the warning signs of a nursing home that's not doing what they're supposed to do. If you suspect your loved one is the victim of nursing home neglect, call 800-800-4600.
When you come in and open an account with us, you can choose to have a shelter pet card. Whenever you use that card and swipe it as a credit transaction, it triggers a donation back to the animal shelters.
They're able to help the shelter in such an easy way. It's a way to help remotely, and you know that your money is going to be used well. It really means a lot to be a local bank now. We just try to give back in any way we can.
Superior dentistry comes standard at Chandler Park Dental Care. We're dedicated to providing you and your family with the highest standard of care. Give us a call to set up an appointment today and experience superior dentistry at Chandler Park Dental Care. WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
Enjoy a great lunch with a different food truck every week and help support our local charities.
Join us for Food Truck Fridays at the Tidballs parking lot on Chestnut Street. Part of your lunch purchase will be donated to a local nonprofit by Flora Templeton Stewart and our food trucks.
Food Truck Friday has collected over $10,000, making a difference in our community.
Brought to you by the law firm of Flora Templeton Stewart.
The nursing home made you an important promise. They promised to be a good home for your loved one and to provide professional care in a safe environment. Now the nursing home has broken that promise and you're left searching for answers. Get Hughes & Coleman and get it done.
Good morning and welcome back. Time now is 6:32. Here's your live look at radar. Most of us are seeing nice dry conditions throughout most of South Central Kentucky. Your commuter forecast as you start off the day today, temperatures are going to feel nice and mild with mostly to partly clear conditions as we start the day. 58 degrees is your AM drive, but as we get towards lunchtime, temperatures are going to increase into the mid to low 80s. But as we go towards the afternoon and evening hours, temperatures are going to increase a little bit more into the mid 80s. So it's going to feel more like summertime than the start of fall. But as we go right into your plan by your hours, we are going to see temperatures climb as we go towards the morning and end of the morning hours around 11 a.m. 79 degrees. But as we go right into the middle of the day towards lunchtime and towards early afternoon, temperatures are going to be into the mid to upper 80s. So it's going to feel very warm out there. But as we go towards the afternoon and evening hours towards the afternoon, that's when we are going to see temperatures dip down into the 70s and upper 60s throughout most of South Central Kentucky. But going into the next 3-day forecast, we are going to remain partly cloudy skies with dry conditions, but we're going to have cooler nights and warmer days as we go towards the rest of the weekend. But now we're going to toss it over to Ashley.
Thank you, Noah. It's time now for your Friday edition of Sunrise Spotlight. And joining me in studio this morning is Joe Tinius, here to share with us the grand opening of the Aviation Heritage Park Museum. Joe, good morning.
Good morning, Ashley. It's great to be here.
We're so excited to talk about this. We were just saying it feels like a long time coming, but good things are worth the wait.
It definitely is, and it has been a long time. We started planning this probably 8 to 9 years ago. Got real serious about it about 6 years ago, broke ground, and then COVID hit. And that derailed us a little bit at the start, but we are thrilled that we're ready to throw the doors open tomorrow at noon.
So with the museum opening, obviously you drive by, people can still walk around, see all the aircrafts that are there. So what does the museum add to what's already out there?
Well, the museum allows us to display many, many artifacts that have been shared with us and individuals have offered to us over the years, and we really had nowhere to display those. They support the aircraft that are there, the honorees who are honored with those aircraft, and then also the additional 22 honorees that we're not going to be able to get an aircraft for everyone, but we can display different artifacts that better tell their story. So it allows us to inspire more children and educate more adults about the great contributions that these honorees have made.
And it's so incredible too, the connection to Bowling Green and South Central Kentucky, and how many people we had active, you know, in the air service and have been so influential and important in our history.
It's pretty amazing when you stop and think that the number from our South Central Kentucky area, the number of aviators that have made such great contributions, help defend our country and protect all of us. It's just really a privilege to be able to tell those stories, and they do not need to be lost. And that was another reason for the museum. We want to make sure that all of those stories are preserved and that people here in the community can be proud of what individuals have accomplished.
Absolutely. And you have some special guests coming tomorrow, special things happening with the opening. Tell us about that.
The program, or the day, will start with the gates opening around 11 o'clock. The program will start at noon with a flyover. That flyover will include the Missing Man Formation. We'll then have a brief program with words from our new executive director, Bob Bubness, our AHP president, Joe Tucker, representatives from Mayor Alcott, and then Judge Gorman. And then a very special guest, astronaut Terry Wilcutt, will be there to share words before we cut the ribbon. And then once the doors are open at approximately 1:15, astronaut Wilcutt will be available for a question and answer session with the public. And we're really looking forward to that.
Well, it's going to be a beautiful day. We're so excited to celebrate with you. Congratulations on the opening.
Thank you.
So we hope to see everyone out tomorrow around noon. All right, Joe, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, that was another look at this morning's Sunrise Spotlight. When we return, weather anchor Noah Moore is back with a full look at this morning's forecast. Stay with us.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
We're all born with the good in us. We're all in need of love. Dreams get torn, but we stand up, making a change that is calling us. Beautiful world.
just rocking and rolling, baby.
Cut back tomorrow.
We got you all fixed up. Got it all fixed up for you, man. Let there be light, ma'am.
Looks like she finally called JB.
Whoa! Big news! DraftKings Sportsbook is coming to Kentucky. You'll be so dialed into every play that you forget to eat your wings. You made my wings cold, DraftKings. Flailing your arms like you can disrupt the free throw. Miss, fool! And a home run will have you crying like it's the birth of your child. I'm so happy.
DraftKings Sportsbook is coming to Kentucky. New customers, download the app now to get 200 in bonus bets when we go live. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Yeah.
Get a little spooky with your favorite pup at the inaugural Pupkin 5K Run and Walk, October 28th at Buchanan Park. Sign up for early bird registration now and receive a free t-shirt and pumpkin. For more info, visit warrenpl.org.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
Welcome back. Time now, 6:39 in the morning. I'm weather anchor Noah Moore. Right now, temperatures are nice and mild at 59 degrees. Winds are light and calm, but they are going to increase a little bit as we go throughout the rest of the afternoon. But temperature or tower cam currently here in Butler County, mostly clear conditions. Further off here, we can see a few more isolated clouds, higher level clouds in our atmosphere. But as we go right into it, temperatures in and around the area, that's where we are seeing temps mainly into the upper 50s. Into the low 60s here in Madisonville, 61 degrees. Further up to the north in Hardinsburg, 53, Litchfield, 52, Glasgow, 54, and then further down to the south here in Gamaliel, that's where we are seeing temps into the mid 50s. Dew point temperatures, that's where we are seeing dew point temperatures almost matching our temperatures currently here in Glasgow, 54, Munfordville, 56, over to the north here in E-Town, 54, and then out to the west here in Greenville, 57 degrees is our dew point temperatures. Overall, we're feeling nice and comfortable, depicted here by our muggy map. But going right into it, here into some of our other tower cams, and once again here in Butler County, 53 degrees. Warren County, Kentucky Farms, that's where we are seeing nice and mild conditions at 54. But going right into parts of most of South Central Kentucky, that's where we are seeing nice and dry conditions. Here's our live radar. Like I said before, nice dry conditions, just nothing but ground clutter out there, depicted right here by our live radar. But here further out to the west, that's where we are seeing a lot more shower and thunderstorm activity, especially around here through parts of Kansas, going right into the state of Missouri, and then further down to the south in Oklahoma. But all that shower and thunderstorm activity, that's going to remain off to our west. Now, for the next 40 hours, that's where we are going to see warmer temperatures right here at 12:30 here on Friday, but going right into 8:30 around the evening hours, that's where we are going to have a lot more cooler conditions as we go right as the sun goes down. That's where we are going to have cooler conditions as well. But we are going to be in the middle of two systems. Further out to the west, that's where they are having a lot more shower and thunderstorms. Further out to the east, that's where they are having tropical storm conditions, especially on the outer banks of North Carolina. But here for us, depicted by the Climate Prediction Center, we are going to be once again above normal for the next 6 to 10 days. But here for the next 4, that's where we are going to have temperatures mainly into the 80s. But then after Sunday, temperatures are going to dip back down just below average into the mid 70s. So that's going to feel nice and comfortable as we start the rest of the time for the season of fall. Today, temperatures 85 degrees, partly cloudy skies, and very warm temperatures, almost feeling more like summertime. Tonight, temperatures are going to dip down into the mid 50s, 57 degrees, mostly clear skies and patchy areas of fog. But like I said before, fall begins in one day on Saturday at 1:50 in the morning, and depicted here in our 7-day forecast sponsored by Deborah Bros and Attorneys at Law. As we go right into the weekend, temperatures are going to remain into the 80s, but as we go towards the next week, we are going to see temperatures slightly cooler into the mid to low 70s with a lot more scattered showers and thunderstorms. But it is now time to announce the winners of our this week's Soki's Birthday Club. And the winners are Carson Casey and Jaslyn Reed. You can sign up for Soki's Birthday Club by visiting WNKY birthday.now. Let's wish our friends a happy birthday in this Soki's Birthday Club.
Bed sores, broken bones, malnutrition, and dehydration are just some of the warning signs of a nursing home that's not doing what they're supposed to do. If you suspect your loved one is the victim of nursing home neglect, call 800-800-4600.
Brewster's Real Ice Cream. Fresh flavors. Fresh desserts. Fresh fun. Brewster's. Fresh from farm to cone.
Home is more than a house. Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC.
Artists like you make our show special.
I would love you to be on my team.
That was the worst accent I've ever heard.
The Voice, Monday and Tuesday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
You're the science guy.
That's Bill Nye. I'm actually the behavioral science guy. Are you familiar with predictable irrationality? Paradoxical persuasion, bereavement sex.
Nothing irrational about that.
The Irrational, Monday on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Want the best seat to see the big game? Ford's can help, and it can be right in your home. This ultra plush chaise rocking recliner features extra padded seats and full body support for only $5.99. Now at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green.
Sundays are for football. WNKY 40 is your go-to for the NFL. Watch games all day on WNKY, CBS 40, and NBC 40.
The nursing home made you an important promise. They promised to be a good home for your loved one and to provide professional care in a safe environment. Now the nursing home has broken that promise and you're left searching for answers. Get Hughes and Coleman and get it done.
Welcome into sports. There was plenty of action happening last night in our area to Warren East High School as the Lady Raiders hosted ACS for a district matchup. Before the match, Warren East's Decca Burr was recognized for becoming the all-time leading scorer in Lady Raiders soccer history. Lady Raiders went on to beat the Lady Patriots of ACS in this one. Final score 8-0. To Greenwood High School now as the Gators soccer team hosted the Warren East Raiders, who were trying to push their win streak to 8. Greenwood started the scoring off with a goal in just a few minutes into the match, and that was the common denominator in this one. The Gators end the Raiders streak, final score 8-1. Keeping things over at Greenwood, the Lady Gators volleyball team took on the Warren Central Lady Dragons. Lady Gators looked to stay undefeated in district play, picking up right where they left off against South Warren on Tuesday. They continue to have a strong season, taking this one in 3 straight sets, 3-0. And it was Thursday night lights as Bowling Green stood their ground in Ohio County Eagle Country. After an Eagles 3-and-out, Deuce Bailey hands the ball off. Javen Huddleston, the defender, may have had a hold on the jersey, but the lights keep on moving as he gets into the end zone. Give him 6. Purples get a safety and the ball back. Deuce Bailey rolls out right. Montrevian Graham has the whole field to himself. No need to put those stains on that clean white jersey. 16-0. Eagles trying to look for something. Ball hawked by Grayson Newman of the Purples defense. An INT for BG. First quarter still not over. Deuce Bailey doing his thing. Dances past defenders. Sneaks past the pylon. Purples utterly dominate this one. Final score 57-0. Well, that's a look at sports. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Maxwell. A local motel could possibly be demolished after the owner is charged following a drug bust. But the demolition could also have an effect on several families who live in the motel. News 40's Michael Ridgway has the story.
After recent events, eviction notices will be hitting the doors of the Uptown Motel due to a host of illegal drug activity, sparking an investigation in June of 2022.
We had a patrol officer that had actually made contact with a civilian on the street and had given a tip that there was illegal drug narcotic trafficking going on at 205 South Court Street here in Scottsville, which is the Uptown Motel. And as we tell everyone, everything starts in patrol. Investigations, a lot of times tips come in from patrol officers, and that's passed to detectives for whatever reason to investigate or whatnot. So
the motel is an extended stay facility with some people living there for years, perhaps, which puts them in a tough situation.
Property owner has 60 days to vacate. So I don't know how many people are living at that. Evictions will be served on those folks, which they'll have to vacate as well. So
a business owner across the street who just moved there in January said she knew there was a drug problem, but being right across from it, she's noticed something else that's troubling.
The children that were running around barefoot, and that really yanked at my heartstrings. And it's at least every day there's babies or little girls or little boys just running around. And when they posted the eviction notice, the police department, the city and everything, that really just broke my heart, because where are those kids gonna go, because their parents could end up homeless or on the street,
And Bray hopes something works out for the people she sees around the motel, the children especially.
Really pray for the people, and especially the kids over there, because it's not their fault. They have no idea they're gonna have to leave their home in 60 days, so I just pray that people would be with those kids.
In Scottsville, because local matters, Michael Ridgway, WNKY News 40.
When we come back, we'll see how our local linesmen are putting their skills to the test for this week's Feel Good Friday. Plus, weather anchor Noah Moore will have another look at your forecast. Stay with us.
My name is Rita Fowler. I was in the car actually relaxing. I was talking to my sister who is a nurse, and all of a sudden, boom, the car hit us. I wound up actually having a stroke. And that's when I decided to call Morgan & Morgan. The whole operation, everything they did from day one was very simple to me. It was self-explanatory. It was text messages. It was emails. It was a no-brainer. When you think that hiring a lawyer is hard, you haven't called Morgan & Morgan.
Have big dreams for your space? When looking for home decor ideas, you want BG Home Furnishings.
BG Home Furnishings designers are here to bring your dream home to life with one-on-one design help. Personalized advice from the best has never been this easy, accessible, and valuable. The BG at Home team handpicks from over 100 brands to create a selection of furniture and home decor that is tailored to your style.
Call us today to set up your free in-home design consultation.
Shop Macy's VIP sale now. Take an extra 30% off designer brands and save 15% on skincare, makeup, fragrances, and more. Plus, find incredible specials. Own your style at Macy's.
Without the right start to your day, your morning could hit a wall.
Is he okay?
I got it.
Belvita breakfast biscuits are baked with slow-release carbs and provide steady morning energy to help you rise and thrive.
At WNKY News 40, we're always on. WNKY.com has the latest in breaking news, local headlines, weather forecasts, and sports highlights. WNKY News 40, because local matters.
Margot Robbie and the stars of Barbie.
We had a Barbie sleepover.
And nobody told me that it was a sexy Barbie sleepover.
She looked like an old lady but a 5-year-old at the same time.
Weekdays at 3 on NBC 40.
The Jennifer Hudson Show is here.
You're going to bless people every day.
Something hits you in your heart. We're doing it all.
Weekdays at 2 on NBC 40.
Linemen with electrical co-ops from across the Commonwealth took to the skies on Thursday in order to compete against one another. News 40's reporter Tucker Covey went to Fillmore Park to see what all the buzz is about for this week's Feel Good Friday, brought to you by J.C. Kirby & Son.
Linemen from around the state take part in the Lineman Rodeo, a competition meant to hone their safety and skill. but also to build on their ability to interoperate with other crews.
This is their opportunity to show the progress they've made through the year, their hard work, their dedication toward their safety, toward their training.
One of the key points of the competition is to share knowledge across the network of linemen in Kentucky. When disaster strikes, they are able to snap into action and get the lights back on no matter who they are working with.
They compete against each other, but guess what? They share the secrets. They share the trade secrets, the things that are not shortcuts, but the easier way of doing things.
One of the oldest and most important events, the Hurt Man, where a dummy simulates an injured lineman who must be removed from the pole in 4 minutes or less. The event tests the competitors on their speed and safety during a high-stress scenario.
It's good training. It makes these guys much better climbers, so when we do have to do this out in the field, it's just second nature to them.
In Warren County, because local matters, Tucker Covey, WNKY News 40.
All right, time now is 6:53 in the morning. Thank you for joining us once again. Friday, the start of the week, or start of the weekend, I should say. But here's a live look at parts of your radar. But here's the next 40 hours. We are expecting to have nice dry conditions and warm conditions at that as well. As we go into the weekend and for the start of fall, that's where we are going to have temperatures mainly into the 80s as we go right into it. But we are going to be in between two systems. Further out to the east, that's where they're having tropical storm conditions. Further out to the west, that's where they're going to have a lot more shower and thunderstorm activity, but we're going to be sitting nice and good right in the middle of that. But for the next 6 to 10 days, we are expecting to have above normal temperatures once again as we go right into the start of fall. But the next 4 days, we are expected to have a lot more, we're going to have a lot more temperatures into the mid 80s. But as we go to next week, temperatures should just dip down into the mid 70s near seasonal average. But we'll be right back after the break.
Time to turn talk into action. Step 1, fire up your BetMGM Sportsbook. Step 2, make your pick. And Step 3, showtime. Now that hunch has some weight to it. Every play, every game means something more. Because now, you're betting with the king of sportsbooks.
At Byers Insurance Group, family is at the heart of everything we do. When you choose Byers Insurance Group, you're choosing commitment to keeping your family safe. Let's talk about policy.
Call or visit us for a free quote.
Protection matters. Go big. Byers Insurance Group.
Have big dreams for your space? When looking for home decor ideas, you want BG Home Furnishings.
BG Home Furnishings designers are here to bring your dream home to life with one-on-one design help. Personalized advice from the best has never been this easy, accessible, and valuable. The BG at Home team handpicks from over 100 brands to create a selection of furniture and home decor that is tailored to your style.
Call us today to set up your free in-home design consultation.
Enjoy a great lunch with a different food truck every week and help support our local charities.
Join us for Food Truck Fridays at the Tidballs parking lot on Chestnut Street. Part of your lunch purchase will be donated to a local nonprofit by Flora Templeton Stewart and our food trucks.
Food Truck Friday has collected over $10,000, making a difference in our community.
Brought to you by the law firm of Flora Templeton Stewart.
Sundays are for football. WNKY 40 is your go-to for the NFL. Watch games all day on WNKY, CBS 40, and NBC 40. WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
Something you don't want to miss today is Food Truck Friday. This week we'll have Tacos Way with a portion of the proceeds benefiting our friends over at the Alzheimer's Association. So head on over to the Tidballs parking lot from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for a bite to eat. And always be on the lookout because you never know who will have parked outside on a Friday.
And I'll tell you what, I love Tacos Way. I love them. They have some of the best tacos.
So you're already planning lunch is planned
I'm going to be there. As soon as the noon show ends, I plan on being
running over
right out there and joining that line because I'm sure there will be a line out there for those
so what
tacos.
to get? What's the go-to?
Honestly, any taco. Personally, though, birria tacos.
Okay.
Love them.
Ooh,
they are
sounds
fantastic. Good. They are some of the best in town. I will die on that hill. I will die on that hill.
You
honestly,
are here for it. That Food Truck Friday is your feel-good Friday.
Oh, it really is. Oh, it's the perfect way to end the work week and start the weekend.
Yeah.
With those tacos.
Definitely.
And then you start that midday, and then we move to later in the afternoon, evening for football.
Oh, yeah.
Football
Absolutely.
frenzy, because of course, you know, football in the bluegrass. You gotta love it.
Absolutely.
With all the high schools that play.
And we saw Bowling Green. You know, they got some early action
They did.
yesterday,
Yeah.
coming out with a win. Bowling Green's just a powerhouse. They always seem to be.
Well, I'm very partial as an alumni
I wonder why.
of the school. But yeah, I mean, they've always been great and always been proud to be a Purple.
They're so fun to watch.
They are.
Really are. They really are.
But so many of these teams now, these high schoolers, they just, I mean, the athleticism that these guys are showing.
Built
and
different.
Then, yeah.
That
so like
is
the
for
football
sure.
teams, the volleyball teams,
Yeah,
like
seriously.
these high school athletes are just, they're going places.
I feel like that wasn't like
We'll
that
see
when
them
I
on
was in high
campus.
school. I feel
I
like,
feel like it wasn't either.
we
We had
feel
okay
different
teams,
nowadays,
but
I guess.
man, they are just on fire. On fire. So
Are we gonna have some great weather though for these sports, for this
Yes,
football?
it's going to be great football weather as we go throughout the weekend. Temperatures are going to be into the mid-80s, really good for football weather. But as we go into next week, temperatures are going to be a little bit seasonal, with temperatures mainly into the mid to upper 70s. But it's going to come with a little bit of a catch. We are going to see a little bit more rain chances, but then we are going to see even more rain chances as we get towards Wednesday and throughout next week. So
All right.
make sure you bring that umbrella.
Sounds good. Thank you, Noah. And thank you all for joining us this Friday morning. We look forward to seeing you right back here on Monday at 6 a.m. Your network news is next, but here's a sneak peek at what's coming up next week.
Upcoming event.
Plus, spooky season is right around the corner. We'll find out how you can get your scare on right here in South Central Kentucky.
Then find out how you can change the life of one shelter animal with our daily pet of the day.
Finally, learn the story of how one local veteran served our country in our Voices of Honor.
Be sure to wake up with us every weekday morning at 6 a.m.
Only on News 40.
Because local matters.